Hello, 5th and 6th graders. Welcome to Mrs. Brunel's art class. I have a art lesson today that I think is very important. So I know I haven't gotten a lot of your guys' work, but this I think it would be really nice for you to do. It's a Mother's Day project, and so I know your mom would love it if you tried it. So we are going to be doing paper flowers. I'm going to show you 3 different examples. One is pretty difficult, one's like medium, and then one is super easy. So you can decide if you want to do all of the flowers or if you just want to choose one. We are making a picture, and it says, which I just love, I would love to get this from one of my older kids. No matter my age, I'll always need you, Mom. So, and then on a separate sheet of paper when you're done, you're gonna list ways that you need your mom still. So the one example for the flower, I drew the stem there, and the one example is a tulip, which I think is pretty. And with the paper, you can use colored paper. Looks really nice, but if you don't have colored paper, you could use printer paper. This is a lily I made just with printer paper, and then I colored the edges and colored a little on the inside, and I think it turned out really pretty. To glue this one on, I'll show you when we make them, but you have to smush down the bottom to get it flat so it will glue on. Or if you have hot glue, that would be helpful. And then this one, I even used newspaper. Can you see? It's kind of hard to hold. But I think that's a cool one. This one is our hardest one. So you'll have to follow me step by step, and you can pause it and go back and look at the different steps if you need to. So we are going to begin with the hardest flower. And so this is, I'll show you the size of the square I use. So you'll need 2 squares. I think the easiest way to make a square is I just take a computer paper, fold it in half like this, and then you can just cut off the bottom there. And I think that's the easiest way to make it, but that will make a very big flower. So that's one way. You could also use a ruler and just make sure the sides are equal. So if you do a computer paper one this size, it makes a flower this big. So, which is cool, you just have it hanging off the edge of it. But I'm making them really big so you can see what I'm doing better. Okay, so to do this flower, you take your 2 squares and you fold them diagonally 1 time, 2 times, and then you'll do it a 3rd time. All right. And then what you do is you are going to, you can draw a line or just cut it, but you want to have all your folds like this on the bottom. Otherwise your flower will turn into pieces. And you make like an arc. And you want it to go in here at the end. I don't know if you can see that line. Here, I'll go over it in Sharpie so you can see it. Kind of looks like a bunny ear. Oops, didn't follow the line very well, but there you go. So again, your folds are at the bottom, otherwise you won't have a flower. And these took me a few times to try. I messed up a couple, so if you mess up, you just try again. So you will cut on that line, and the reason you want it to go in more, this one I did not have going in more, and the petals are like folding over. So you'll cut on that line. Okay, so you have this little like arc, and again the petals are all down here at the bottom. I mean the folds are at the bottom. And then you're going to cut 2 lines going towards the center here where it's still attached, see? That's the part where it's still attached. So you'll cut 2 arches in there, and if you want to draw them, I'll show you. They'll be like that. It does kind of look like a bunny ear. Okay, but you don't go past these lines, because if you cut that, you're gonna cut your petal in half. So you cut on those lines. And then when you open it, it's the first set of petals. So remember, you're gonna do this twice and glue them together. So here are your petals. They're super cool. I'm gonna pause it and then do the other one and show you how to. 2 petals. You will take glue and put it in the middle. I just make like an X in the middle of the first petal, and then put the other one, you wanna cross them in the middle, okay? To make like a cross. Even just like this is pretty. Then you're gonna take, so you will have 3 pieces to each petal. You will take the middle piece. Let's see how I can show this the best. The middle piece, you see that? And you'll fold it and glue it to the center. So you'll have the first one will still be there. It's the middle one between the edge and the center. So you'll glue it down, and you'll do that with all of the petals that are on top. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and I'll show you how it looks. So again, these are the petals that were on top. Remember, we put the one on top of the other. Take the middle one and you glue it to the center with all 4 of them. And even just like that, I think looks really cool. My daughters like this one better than the finished product. So if you want to leave it like that, you could. Or the next step that I did is you take this outside petal. This one's a little bit harder. And the same thing, you pull that center one through and you'll glue that in the middle as well. Okay, can you see that? So oh, there goes my sombrero. So I will do that on all of them and show you the finished piece. Okay, so that is the finished product. A couple of these ones are coming up a little bit again, so I think I made maybe my petals a little too wide, but I still think it looks really cool. And then again, you could do this in colored paper, newspaper, maybe magazine paper. If you have it white, you could watercolor it first or color it first, or you can even take watercolor after. Got my watercolor here, and add some watercolor to the different petals and stuff after you're done. And then you glue it on to your little piece of paper. Okay, so that is flower number 1. The next one, you will need 1 piece of square paper. You fold it in half again. I'm sorry, diagonally, so you make a triangle. Then do it again. And then you'll do it a 3rd time. And then what you'll do is, see how all those flaps, I'm gonna have those on top, and you'll draw a petal here. And you want it to be pretty equal on each side. Do the best you can. Put it on here. So remember, the flaps are on the top, so that way you don't cut off and have different parts of your flower. So this will be the point of your petal. So you just do 2 round, ooh, it's hard to do on my clipboard. So you do 2 round pieces. So again, this is the part where it's all folded, and then up here, you'll be cutting off all those pieces that are open on the top. So you'll cut those. I really need one of those YouTube cameras where I could just have it above me and show you. Okay, so they'll be like this. And then when you open it up, you will have your flower. So what I did to get this flower, turn from this to this, is I just outlined each petal and then added a little shading, just some lines on the top and on the inside to get that. So you'll do that on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and you leave 2 white, and I'll show you that. Okay, so this is how I did it. I would show you step by step, but I'm sure you don't want to watch a really long video. So I just added some lines. Well, first I traced the whole petal. You can do all the lines in the middle and then around the edges, and then added some shading in the middle and at the top of the petal. So you only do these ones. You leave 2 blank because you actually cut one out. So that one you just cut out, and then this one is the one you'll put the glue on. So you put the glue on that, and then layer, sorry, I don't know if that, you saw that. So you put the glue on the white one, then you layer this one on top, and there's your 3D flower. Now what I did is I took a marker and rolled each petal over. I thought that looked prettier. So see how that one folds over? So you can do that too. Now once you're ready to put it on your paper and your glue is dry, you're gonna smash down the bottom of it to make it kind of go in. And then that's the part you'll glue onto the paper. So that one would go on here, which I think is really pretty. And the last one is the tulip. For the tulip, what I did is I just took a piece of colored paper, I folded it in thirds, okay, so that way each leaf will be the same size and you can decide how big you want it. Then I drew a tulip leaf, which is kind of like a raindrop. It's fat towards the bottom, like that. And you cut the 3 out, and then I'll show you how to assemble them. Okay, so you take your first petal and you just leave it. You take your other 2 and fold them in half. And mine aren't symmetrical, so they don't fold perfect, but it doesn't really matter. You're going to put glue on both sides of the petal and then glue them on. When you glue them on, you want to leave space so it looks like there's 3 points on top to make it the tulip. So I'm going to add the glue and show you the finish. Hopefully you can see that. There is the tulip. You can see the 3 points, and you would add that on. And again, if you wanted to do a bunch of them, I mean, you can make a whole bouquet, kind of do it how you would like. But I thought that was the easiest one if you want to try that with colored paper, or you can use white paper and color it. So remember this Mother's Day, please be good to your mom. Please do this project. She would appreciate it so much. I mean, if I got this for my kids, I'd probably cry. So please do this. So remember, it's going to say on the front, no matter my age, I'll always need you, Mom. And then on a separate sheet of paper, you're going to write out, I need your, and then you're going to list some things that you need from your mom still, even though you guys are old. So I was thinking, like, I need your smile, I need your hugs, I need your laughter, your car to help drive me around, help me with my schoolwork. There's lots of different things. Maybe your favorite meal she makes. So list all the things that you need your mom still to help you with and that you love. So help your mom. You guys, if you have younger siblings, help out with them on Sunday. Maybe you could help make her a favorite meal or do extra chores or just do something special. I will see you guys next week. Okay, so for the front of your project, you're going to write, no matter my age, I'll always need you, Mom. Now on the other piece of paper, you're going to write, I need your, and then list some things that you need from your mom that you love about her. Try to be specific, be sweet, maybe sign it at the bottom with your name and date it. You could put it on the back of your picture or maybe make it like a card. Have fun with this, and I'd love to see some of your guys' artwork, and have a great week.